Shiva Shakti Hare, Swami Jaya Shiva Shakti Hare. Bhakta Janam Ke Sangata, Bhakta Janam Ke Sangata, Shiva Me Dura Kare. Om Jaya Shiva Shakti Hare. Jodhave Palapade, Dukkha Vinashe Manaka, Swami Dukkha Vinashe Manaka. Sukha Sampatti Gare, Sukha Sampatti Gare, Kashamite Janaka. Om Jaya Shiva Shakti Hare. Mata Pita Tuma Mere, Sharanagavrundi Sati, Swami Sharanagavrundi Sati. Tuma Vina Ora Naduja, Tuma Vina Ora Naduja, Asha Karunji Sati. Om Jaya Shiva Shakti Hare. Tuma Purana Paramatma, Tuma Antarayami, Swami Tuma Antarayami. Parabrahma Parameshwara, Parabrahma Parameshwara, Tuma Savake Swami. Om Jaya Shiva Shakti Hare. Tuma Karuna Ke Sagara, Tuma Palana Karta, Swami Tuma Palana Karta. Bense Vaka Tuma Swami, Bense Vaka Tuma Swami, Kripa Karo Bharta. Om Jaya Shiva Shakti Hare. 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 Shri Ramata Devi Ki Jai, Sadhgurudeva Ki Jai, Shri Shiva Shankar Bhagavan Ki Jai.
We're very lucky that we have a living Guru to do the Guru Gita.
Yes.
How lucky we are.
Yep. Yeah. Blessed.
Acharya Srilesh Sadhana
It's really exciting to see these faces here today. Very auspicious. Many of these people have been coming for decades, coming from all over the country. We keep a very low profile here in Boulder, so many of the people here are from out of state. This has been a hard time. I was very sick this month with acute asthma, which came out of nowhere. Extremely sick. So that makes this event even more special because of the fact of being able to do it. Being able to do it makes it very special. Of course, this is Guru Purnima, which is the celebration of Guru. And it's a very auspicious day. For a disciple, it's the most auspicious day of the year. One who has the great merit to take refuge in a great being or a guru, that in itself is an amazing event. There's nothing like discipleship. I would prefer to be a disciple than a guru, actually. And it's very hard to find a perfect, ideal disciple. It's just as hard to find an ideal disciple as it is to find an ideal guru. And different gurus and different traditions operate in the world at different times with different messages. I started in the mid-60s in the consciousness movement and hitchhiked to India in 1970 looking for a guru. Since then there have been many trips almost every year, every other year, for over 50 years. I was fortunate to meet Dhyan Yogi, who was a Shakitpat guru and a perfect yogi, and also spend time with Ramesh, who's a Divine Mother, guru of the Divine Mother tradition. After meeting these beings, I had an experience where the Divine Mother appeared in her form, and then in my form, and then in the forms of the various saints that I had been blessed to spend time with, and then became formless, Chitti Shakti, permeating everywhere. And that is the basis of the philosophy that's presented at the ashram. In that philosophy, supreme consciousness and the power of consciousness are one. That power of consciousness, often referred to as Divine Mother, moves, giving rise to various planes of manifestation. And it gives rise to a witness of those movements, which we call Shiva, the witness. And ultimately, not only does it give rise to these various planes of reality, they're all transformations of it as well. And it dwells within all those realities as a spark of life. We have a spark of life. When that spark leaves the body's dead. Different traditions call that different things. The soul. And this evolutionary power, this divine power, in the Eastern traditions is spoken of as Kundalini Shakti. It's believed when this power goes back and merges in its source, then a person becomes a great being. A person becomes a vehicle of the Supreme. A person experiences unity, not only with the transcendent reality, but with the entire universe. And that evolutionary power works in different ways. Biologically, that evolutionary power is at work. We can see it go through various stages: mineral, plants, animals, humans. Spiritually, people evolve spiritually through life's lessons. They're in various traditions, various frameworks to approach reality. But regardless of the framework, the basic truths are still the same. Everyone has a gross body, everyone has a subtle body, everyone has a causal body, everyone has an inner self. So generally we apply self-effort trying to advance spiritually to key off an inner awakening. Through the blessings of the great beings, that inner awakening is accentuated many-fold, many times fold. It's said in the scriptures, just through a mere thought, glance, or word, a great being can awaken spiritual energy within a seeker. I spent 4 years in solitude up in Gold Hill without attaining that much. But the time with the great being made all that insignificant. Now around certain people, certain saints, certain yogis, when that power is working in a dynamic fashion, giving rise to various manifestations, which you see going on here, mudras, kriyas, pranayamas, that's the workings of prana kundalini, because there's such an influx of grace that it gives rise to these yogic processes. Also, we see the workings of chit kundalini, where people get increased awareness and clarity. This is a grand process. That process is personified where the deities fight the negative forces and defeat the negative forces in these scriptural texts. This is paralleled in the human condition with the inner awakening, the inner power unfolding, trying to purify all the self-limiting ego constructs of the psyche, purifying the psyche. Not only that, the association with a great being or with a guru stabilizes that process so it works smoothly. Sometimes it's a strong process. There are recommendations on what to eat, things that one could help with their understanding as far as their engagement with life to support the process. Various mantras that are beneficial. So many things. And just the mere presence has a stabilizing effect. So many people in this room that have been coming over the years are experiencing this inner awakening. And that's a great thing, because in the Hindu tradition, in the Buddhist tradition, and the mystical Christian traditions, they believe in reincarnation, where people go through many lifetimes on a spiritual quest for these things to start occurring. So when we get to this point, we're in pretty good shape. Pretty good shape. I mean, really, someone that takes refuge in the path, takes refuge in the Guru, there's no turning back for that person. Because that train only goes to one place. Once you get on it, it only goes to one place, nowhere else. Now, different times require different messages. And we can see in the world today the message that's needed has to do with cohesion. Various traditions, dogma creeps into those traditions because it's part of a devotional tradition. This is the only way, this is the best way, this is the highest way, this is... But whatever way it is, it's all manifestations of that same reality. Not only that, but you can actually see that it's Chitti Shakti appearing in the guise of whatever that personification may be. So actually, the spark of divine dwells within all beings, and everyone's on a spiritual path whether they know it or not, because they're on a path of self-discovery. In our tradition, it's believed consciousness is revealed or consciousness is concealed. The spiritual path has to do with the removing of veils, so that what is can stand revealed. What's always been there can stand revealed. So we live consciously, we do spiritual practices, we focus on things that bridge into that reality. These are all rays from that sun, and they all go back to that place. There can't be a better bridge than the Guru. I'm a believer in the Guru-disciple relationship. And my Gurus were believers in the Guru-disciple relationship. Because let's put it that way, where else are these things happening? Where else is there such an influx of grace? Where else is Shakitpat going on? Where else can you get individual teachings that have to do with what you're going through in life? How to interact consciously. How to be a vehicle of something greater. How to serve the highest ideals and help lift this paradigm. Because thoughts have power, and our actions do matter. And let's put it this way. I don't know how many billion people there are out there. Do you have any idea? 7?
8.
If there's 8 billion people out there, there must be a few people that have attained something. If there isn't anybody out there that's attained anything, it's not looking very good for us either. So accepting a guru reality or accepting a great being, it means accepting the possibility that you can become a great being. Because if you don't accept anybody else living as a great being, it's not looking good for you either. It's not looking real good for you. There's 8 billion people out there. Somebody must have attained something. You at least come into a state where they recognize what's going on. I always talk about people get absorbed in the presence. It's not like there's a different Christian presence or a Buddhist presence or a Hindu presence, Hare Krishna presence. There's only the presence. If you're getting absorbed, you're getting absorbed. So when I see these faces, many of these people have been coming 10, 20, 30 years. Still coming, still on the path, still committed. They make effort to get here, they spend money, they get plane fares, they take time off from work. And they come together. It's a really beautiful thing. It represents something great. Really great. Did you have anything along the way?
I guess the first thing is when I just feel who else in the room. It's such an array of beautiful souls, and I just sort of feel like crying. It's so amazing. And I feel like, you see such people come so far, and they have gone so far on this path, and you can't get a good apple off of a bad tree. So I feel like just how amazing this display of souls is, and how far they've progressed is a testament to Guru and what he presents. And it's really sort of a miracle that a constellation of souls like this is in the room in one place at one time. It's sort of like a constellation. It's like the Sadhana Ashram constellation, and we see the constellations at the Fisk planetarium, but like this is really a bright constellation. So thank you everyone for coming, and thank you everyone for everything you've done and given and supported, and prayers for Guru's health, and Just thank you everyone for working hard on yourselves and standing up to the path, really standing up when it's hard and just keep on going. Thank you so much for your support. And we know he says, oh, he's been a little bit sick. Well, oh my gosh, without getting too gory, the last 7 months have been unthinkable. He was assaulted on Christmas Eve. Assaulted. Seriously assaulted. That was Christmas Eve. That was about the most horrible thing we'd ever seen. Shripur and I were here. We would have thought that would be the extent of it. But it wasn't until a few months later where he got the asthma, and we've been sort of living in a reality where it sort of felt like walking on the edge of a razor with bare feet is what it felt like. Just at any moment he feels like he's got to go to the emergency room. Just he can't breathe. Finally he did go to the hospital, and then he came out really not feeling that much better, but that's all they could do. So I know, he says he's sick, but really just the fact that he's here in the shape that he's in is sort of inconceivable, that he is showing up in this shape, so committed to Guru reality, so committed to his Guru, so committed to the path, so committed to his disciples and devotees who he loves, that he would come up here and put himself through this in this shape. I mean, it's hard to understand really just how bad, he feels, unless you're really up close sometimes. But the perseverance that he's displaying in this, it gives you, two things. One thing is, that perseverance, which is basically against all odds, that he is showing up and didn't call Guru Purnima off, that's passing to everyone here. In the same way that the Shakti is flavored, and it has coloration, and it goes, and the bija is passed, and in the same way that the satsangs pass the idea, the experiential reality, his perseverance is passing in the way that grace is going. So everyone's receiving that perseverance as a gift. So, and the thing is, when I've seen how he has been through all of this, with the level of perseverance, I understand why when Dhyan Yogi died and went to Vaikuntha, that Ram told him, you can't come yet, you've got to go back and find some people. And this was one of them, because this kind of perseverance isn't normal. And this is what it takes. The kind of perseverance he shows to the path is what we all need. And so it's basically just a gift. And I remember going to the second ashram, Nashville. And the first ashram, Jones Cove, it sort of ran its course, and it was time for a reshape and a reshuffle. And sort of like a wave came and just carried everything off, and the mother shape shifted it, and he moved to Nashville. And I showed up in Nashville and there he was. He had sold the ashram for $10 to make it a nonprofit, basically just gave it away. Decades of work. He gave it away and made it into a nonprofit church. He's not trying to get wealthy. And then here he is, after decades of work, just sort of was gone, starting in a new place in his mid-50s. He didn't have a car. And I remember showing up, and he's building the shrine. Every time I go, he was just working on the shrine. Every time, he was just working away, usually just by himself. No car, no source of income. That's the commitment he had to serving his gurus and following the instructions of the mother. So anyway, it's just none of it's normal. So I just hope we catch that what we're in the presence of is not happening hardly anywhere. And we are the recipients of all of his sadhana and all of his hard work. We are the recipients. So let us make ourselves worthy. Let us step up to the plate and go as far as we can with all this. Thank you, Wes. Love you.
Did you do anything with that?
When we get to this time of year, around late May, June, my thoughts start turning towards Guru Purnima coming. And this year, and kind of an odd thought came up in connection with that. A prayer that doesn't often get mentioned here, and maybe it's never been fully recited here, but is the Lord's Prayer. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us. And in the tradition that I grew up in, the next word is forgive us our debts. Which it's kind of a nice way of, other traditions translated as trespasses, but the idea that it's not really, you're breaking a rule, that there's something that you owe somebody or that you've fallen short. But what really struck me was that what I've seen with the Guru over the years is that the Guru turns things upside down. The Guru turns darkness into light. The Guru turns Maya into a Leela. The Guru, through the grace of the Guru, the downward flow of energy turns back on itself and comes up in the form of Urdhva Kundalini. And through Guru's grace, difficult situations become opportunities for advancement and even liberation. And it occurred to me, in our society, we spend so much time, so much effort avoiding debt and trying to get out of it. But what has become my greatest possession has become my debt. And it's not a debt because of something that I've done, something that I've fallen short in or done wrong. It's a debt because of the right that was done to me, the good that was given to me. The grace of the Guru has transformed my life, and there's nothing that I possess that is more valuable to me than the debt that I owe you. That debt means that no matter what happens in life, no matter what transitions happen, no matter what distractions come up, the only way that I can pay that debt back, the only way that we can pay that debt back, is to live the life that you set out for us. To walk the path, to bow down to the Guru, to follow the teachings. And so this debt that so many people spend so much time trying to get out of, is the greatest gift that we've ever been given. It pulls us to our final reality, our true reality. And it really is the greatest grace that we could possibly ask for. Thank you, Guru.
Maharaj is a great being himself. So. Did you do anything, Fran?
I wrote something, I guess I can read that. So forgive the first part about it being a little bit of a story. It's not really about me, but it's part of the experience that has led me to more awareness with the Guru. I'm waiting for an Uber to the airport leaving for South America. All the energy is in the top of my head and it won't come down. I can't speak, I'm dizzy, I'm disoriented. Veronica writes my name, address, and phone number on a piece of paper and puts it in my pocket in hopes that I'll be returned in case something happens to me on the way. It takes me several days for this to come down. It was the Guru with me where I was able to actually function and do a retreat in Peru. Prior to this, I thought I was the one doing the practice, the one showing up, the one sitting for hours, doing the mantras, driving to the ashram, the one striving to realization. And then bam, you realize that ultimately the Guru is with you through it all, calling you to stop doing and just be done. On Guru Purnima, many of us wonder how to thank Shank for all of it. How do you thank someone who has changed every part of your life for the better, beyond anything you could have ever imagined? We have our ways, the inner vow, the touching of his feet, the mantras for his health, service, cooking a meal, coming to Shakitpat, standing in Shank's shoes and responding to life in a way that would make him proud, or just putting a few hundreds in the donation box, which, by the way, is probably what he likes most. And yet every one of these offerings, without exception, are the things that grow us. That's the paradox of it all. There is no way to just give to the Guru. Every hand that reaches out comes back full. So 23 years of these talks and lessons and life with the Guru is what all adds up for me, is that Shank has given his life to this work where he cannot be repaid. It can only be received, lived, and passed on. I asked him once, would you say anything but 100% is mediocrity? He said yes, and it's very difficult, but one must try. 100% is samyama, where there's no separation between you and the objective. At 100%, you are the teaching. So here it is, aiming for 100% with the awareness of the imperfect offering. All I can say is thank you. I'll keep receiving and I'll keep aiming. It seems to be the only thank you that can be offered. And by the way, I put my check in the donation box.
You got a good deal here. I think Mary was going to do it. Are you going to do a chant for it?
Yes, but I can't just do a chant. I'll stand up in a second without honoring my Guru.
Okay.
My Guru asked me to do the chant. So I could feel, and we all could feel, this chant is actually the Shakti coming through me from Guru. I met Guru in Jones Cove.
Long time ago.
Yep, well over 35 years. Coming out of a very, and I don't talk about it, intense, controlling, violent situation. I've been free for about a year and a half, 2 years. You would never have thought that I would be willing to humble myself and give myself to another man, so to speak. But the meditation I received in a room that was about a quarter this size, and the love he gave me was enough to throw my head back in the ring. I've never
He
been
was
so.
with a Christian Messiah, Messianic figure who was really hardcore,
Hardcore.
breaking the knuckles with a stick.
True. But you never have done anything. But love you, 100%. So I'm going to do my chant in 1 little second. I really will. I knew you before I was born. I knew you the moment I met you. I carried you all across the United States and the world with the yantra, the mala, and the prayers you've given me, and you will be with me for eternity, and I know that. So this is a chant that's called a spirit chant that Spirit gave me. I have indigenous in us, me. But the indigenous people, particularly the Cherokees, say that if you walk on this earth and you know she is your mother and you recognize Father Sky, and in our tradition we would say the Shakti is our mother. Father Sky is Shiva undifferentiated. So we pull the indigenous people in our hearts and also as our teachers, but know that it's really Shank. Bless us all. First and foremost, bless our beloved Guru and the non-Maya.
Is there anything you want? A lot of faces here came through Tripura.
Jai Guru Dev,
Come on.
Your Grace. Nandamai was mentioning how all the shifts and changes and the growth we're having is due to Your Grace. And that it's been amazing living at the ashram, and it continues to be. But I was able to witness Guru at work with Lily the baby, and the massive transformation that took place for her this year. And I'm in awe of Guru's awesomeness, and so I just wanted to say, Jai Guru Dev, thank you very much. Jai Ma. Jai Ma.
You got a nice shirt.
Yes, she does.
You got anything to say how much we'll talk with? Greg, you got anything? Anybody?
Lions might
Yeah.
have some.
Lions, yeah, Lions. Lions has the biggest tree chapter in Texas. Even bigger than the thunder. And she's white, a white girl.
So for months now, I think every day, often, about the lineage and all of your gurus, and then of you and none of mine. And I found a couple of quotes around lineage. It means so much to me. The lineage is not a list of names in a book. It's a single, massive, living body of consciousness that's breathed through centuries. When you look at me, you are not looking at a man named Dhyan Yogi. You are looking at the front edge of a massive glacier. I'm just the window. The light is coming through, belongs to the ancient line of masters. And that's a quote by him. The value of a lineage is the wealth that has been earned by the ancestors. The past masters did all the heavy digging. They sat in the fires and stabilized the energy. When you enter a true lineage, you are not a beggar trying to earn a penny of grace through your puny efforts. You are an heir walking into a royal treasury, and all you have to do is keep your hands clean and your mouth shut so you can hold the gold. And that's by Nityananda. And it is gold. And I guess that I thank you for the teachings, I thank you for the mantra, I thank you for the breath you breathed in me.
most for never giving up on me. You never gave up on me.
I haven't done the key.
Yay!
You never got the family photo.
And I was not easy, and you were ruthless, and I know that is your role. That is your job, and that is your role. And I thank you for never giving up.
Thank you.
Does Sairam have anything?
Oh, Supreme of the Supreme, you are everything. After coming here for, I guess it's been about 6 years, but all the lessons that have been imparted on me and having this deeper realization of this mantra itself, of that you are everything and everything is revealed through everything of you as you. You are the Divine Mother of the revealing process in front of us, and through that we see you gazing upon us, which is that constant reminder that us too, all of us are her as well. And when we all are watching each other through each other, we're having that remembrance of what is. So thank you for everything.
Did you do anything, Dolan? Dolan lived at the ashram 9 years.
Very, very grateful. I do have gratitude.
The Freelander.
You do have something, Guru.
All right.
I wrote a poem
No.
for you. My attempt at a love poem.
Steve is a very gifted musician, and he helps a lot of people through counseling out in the LA area.
Thank you,
He does a
Guru.
great job, great thing.
Well, you know, when you're talking about 8 billion people and hoping that there's someone who's attained something, I mean, I think we're all here because of you, because of your attainment, you know, and I mean, this place has been a refuge for me, you know, for quite a while. And someone was asking me yesterday, like, what is it in your heart that brings you here? And I can't really, you know, it's like sort of, it's very ineffable. It's just, all I know is when I'm here, it feels like, it's like my soul's home. And I come here a lot more than I go to my parents' place, so. So, okay, here it is. This is a work in progress. Salutations to the Guru, to the one who has taken form here, now, and always, his being beyond time and space, ever present, perpetually available, reachable. Salutations to the Guru and his everlasting radiance, bright and resplendent, eminent, universal, victorious, a lighthouse, beaming steadily, pulsing signals to those that travel the turbulent seas of Maya. Salutations to the one who tilled soil and poured concrete on dirt roads and superhighways of light, bridging east and west. Salutations to the one who saw and continues to see, to the seer, the preceptor, to the one who tripped with the mother and transcribed her instruction manuals. Salutations to the one who survived explosions and third-degree burns, shedding skins of identity and samsara, resurrected. Salutations to the one who hitchhiked to India following the fragrance of the divine, ditching passport and the perfume of impermanence, drinking deeply from the well of the masters, becoming the well. Salutations to the Guru, to the one who traversed the mountain of immortality, planting banyan trees of wisdom with ardent fervor and fidelity. Salutations to the Guru and his holy precinct, Shakti's abode, womb of Shiva, a sanctuary of grace where yogis take refuge in the luminous embrace of the Great Mother and playful chiding of Hanuman's fang. Salutations to the Guru's satsang, the precepts for living, his gospel of consciousness, sacred and ripened fruit, nectar of Siddhaloka, the ever-glowing lantern of illumination, imparting the way to eyes willing to see. Salutations to my Guru, to the sacred connection. Salutations to Shankaracharya.
Thank you. happy?
Hey!
Steve used to come regularly to the ashrams, the Panga ashram and Ojai ashram. Do you have anything else in mind?
Yeah. It's just, it occurred to me this year for Guru Purnima that Guru only gives. He doesn't take. He only gives. All he does is give all the time. Like, there's no such person I've ever seen that just gives. When I showed up and moved in Nashville, at some point there, he put his mala on me. He gave me his mala. Any holy book I ever mentioned that I was interested in, the next thing I know, he's ordered it for me. He would never let me pay for anything, even though he didn't only lived on donations. He would never let me pay for my own meal, or he always paid for everything. He would never, ever let me pay for anything. And it's really extraordinary. All he does is give. And there's no such creature out there that all they do is give all the time. So we're really blessed with an otherworldly phenomenon here.
John.
Take Guru.
What about Paul and I? You got anything?
Gratitude. Thank you for everything, Guru.
Baba? You wanted Andy with the shadow.
I do want to.
Dysentery over there.
I do want to mention just, I'm a newcomer here relatively, but just how exceptional this is that I happened to find this. I traveled all over the world. I walked barefoot around mountains. I slept in caves, looking for a guru, looking for a master. And I found mostly I just got sick. I had a lot of disappointment. I had a very hard road when I was traveling through India for, 8-9 months. I come back here and at a certain point kind of given up. I thought I'd just have my books and, my meditation privately. And some years later I found online, I was looking up as soon as I moved to Denver, meditation groups in the area. And I came across the website for Sadhana Ashram, and I was like, there's an authentic Shakitpat tradition just right up the road. There's no way, I've been looking for this pretty much, for the last 15 years. So I come in, I'm thinking I'll give it a shot and see, and I had no idea what I had walked into. I had no idea the authenticity, the power that is here, and it's remarkable. I mean, words really don't do it justice. The transformation that happened within my heart within a short period of time of coming here, the purging of years of difficulties and traumas coming out, and then light shining through in my life in so many ways that I couldn't have imagined. I'm truly grateful.
And you got anything?
Like Fromm said, it's really hard to appreciate you because, when I was here coming every day, it's easy to get lost in it. It's easy to get lost in what you've done for us, even before we landed. And I was here almost every day for the first 6 years, and I started to fade out a little bit. But I tell you what, that I have a whole new appreciation for you, and Texas can do that to you. But it has made me slow down, and what I was doing here with my malas and how I was just doing the mantra, but one mala will take me a minute, and now it takes me 45 minutes to do a mala because I'm really you know, I think about your feet more often and hold that connection. And it's just, it's a new profound appreciation for you, and I knew maybe I need to throw myself back in the fire to find that again. And so I did. I don't know why I did, but I did. But I do think about you all the time, and I love you, and I really appreciate you.